Three brothers, family, together, collectives. I'm going to read these poems about community activating, grassroots community action. I read this poem just in there. It was by Lana Simone. So all my poems, she's done it better than me. She said, sometimes we get caught in life to the scars that left us broken. Freedom to speak the unspoken. So this is my poem about breaking out of our bondage before we can act together. So, first bit, 3 parts. Rooted in self, on being me. Does your mother say to you, Abedar, be a good Muslim boy? Abedi, such a good Muslim girl. These are lies from her. Our teachers made us believe we had no colour. These were lies from them. So I saw no colour, painting myself out of existence. That was a lie from me. So who then am I? I'm not a Muslim, I'm not a terrorist, I'm neither Christian, Hindu, nor you. I am just me. Britain is breaking, creaking under the weight of lie on lie untold, generation after generation. I'm neither English, nor Welsh, Scottish, nor Irish. So do it then. Explode me, tear me to bits, throw me to the hounds, howling their anger until chewed and digested, I can become something I never was. Yeah, we're feeling ramped up. Are we feeling ramped up? This is the next bit too. Leadership, where we need leadership to happen. For women, leadership, to uncover the stories being told and lied over. After generations of take it, grab it, it's mine for keeps. Now standing, threadbare in culture, emptied of meaning, stroking the beard in grim ways, knowing the way of old bone, but sorely say our time is up. They say, time to die wise. There! Out of the way! I haven't even lived yet, says she. There are songs soaked in this earth yet to be sung, not sourced in you. To die is given to all, to die well, to few. So the serpent wrapped around slumbering song lines wakens. Feel her coils take hold of limb and life. They are agony, grief, and fire. Now we're going to bring the rage to our hearts. This is the hardest bit. This is the hardest bit, to bring the rage to the heart. From the balls to the heart, someone told me. Bring it up to the heart. So this is my song to the West, India's song to the West. Your ancestors saw a bird and decided to dissect it, to understand it. You did not do it, but you were not free from it. My ancestors saw a bird swooping over the width of a wide river, marveling at such beauty, singing songs ardent and sweet to the rice harvest rhythms. I do not feel it, and I am not free from it. Let my ancestors meet your ancestors in the love of all that is lost, and in the dark shadows of our longing. Let our young walk again in balance and beauty.
Yeah. That was wonderful. Okay, the next strong brother coming from Bruce Grove. His name is Muzzy Barrow. Give him a big round of applause, please. Show him some love. Hello, everyone. Linda's a Memphis amazing woman in Edmonton that's organising the Edmonton's People's Theatre.
and she's doing a play on homelessness, and she's asked me to write a poem about homelessness. This is called Hope and Home. Hope is that starry constellation we yearn to hold, to hang on all our troubles, to light our way home. We sing all the old songs, they take us to a place we can call home. For home is not here, it would make us outcasts in our own land. But we know who we are and where we are, and we mean to be who we should be, and not what they would make of us. And we mean to stay where we should stay, and not where they would take us or throw us. We will fashion our future with our own hands, as we have fashioned history. We know what we have said and done. We aren't afraid of labour or hard work, though they call us shirkers and wastrels. We have made our own bread, seeded our own gardens, built these houses, forged their factories. Roses make us dizzy with spring. Newborn, they flame our hopes, and joy buds pregnant in the heart. They cherish our dreams with their beaker full, brimful of sun. They are full of starry scarlet fire, a red, red wine to get drunk on, rising out of the mean, muddy mire. And we dare to dream and dare to desire. Homes for all, a world for all its peoples. No child hungry, no prisons of cruelty, no labyrinths of idiocy. Voices for the voiceless, the ill looked after and all for all. We are searching for a map to another world, a road to somewhere from nowhere, a doorway out of this madness into still sunny sweetness. This earth is bountiful, a sea of plenty, a harvest of gold. But some want it all. Their greed suffocates our skies, splinters our hearts, empties our cupboards. They stamp on us as though we are rats. They are full of rapacious venom, cruel scar of stupidity. They are full of imperial boasting, sending millions to be cut down like poppies in their prime. They make graves in our heads. One-eyed with avarice, they nail us to it. O rain of tomorrow, wash away this abyss of blood and let a new barley grow. With avarice, no house well built and houses set to fire. With avarice, the child torn from his mother, unschooled, unloved. With avarice, no bread leavened and fruit left to rot. With avarice, corpses are set to banquet, a harvest of skulls. With avarice, a cancer in the heart. It is a sin against nature and our own nature. We are not born to it. Contra natura. We bang on the walls because they make us eat bricks. We throw stones because we are suffocated. We shout because we need to be heard. We break tables because our hearts are rioting. But hope is that ethereal element shining like a glorious star, forged in heaven's smithy, tinged with steel and clear as crystal. It rainbows our hearts and rains roses in it. It illuminates our minds and fortresses it. The past is never gone. It is always alive, embroidered with struggles, sweat and storms, laced with courage. The future is never here, but the past is all around us. If only we would let it speak, and if only we would allow ourselves to listen. Dare to remember, dare to care. Do not let ignorance spread its fatal, fetid rot. She said her name was Liberty, and liberty was on her lips. She came leading the way, lanterns in her hands and a pocket full of roses. And she stole into our hearts, hanging on that starry battered flag, lighting up the night sky. Pick it up, take it, hold it high. Be proud, be bold, be full of fight. Be like the sea, be like the roar. Put them all to flight. We are their future, and the future will be ours. Although we are weary, we are tall over our shadows, and we won't be denied. The past is never dead, it is always alive. In every London street, faces march with woe, and London is calling it out. Edmonton is shouting it down. Glasgow is hitting it hard. Down by the River Clyde, red runs the river. The centre shakes, revolution is at hand. Raise your voices, this is your home. We won't be moved, we won't go. Raise your fists, pump up the sky. This is our land, we won't be moved, we won't go. Come with us, talk to us, stand with us. Raise your voices, stand on the tables, break them, shatter them. This is our home, we won't be moved, we won't go.
But with no further ado, the third strong brother from Bruce Grove, I want to give him another warm welcome by the name of Shahida Rahman. Round of applause for him. Shahida Rahman.
Thank you. This poem is on a much more personal theme, so my two brothers are here. So it's a little bit, but it's interesting or ironic possibly, but it's about family, so it's a much more personal kind of theme. That fathers die was the truth revealed at one time to Hamlet the Dane. That father lost his, King Claudius suavely prattled into his ear, to step in gear to the times. It was a truth that danced before the prince, like a clownfish striped like a zebra with a strange face. I could be that same little fish and wonder like the Prince of Denmark, but my own father died 4 times 10 and 2 years ago. Now for 6 years now I've been seeing his face, nearer to me than my own pulse. Is it a sign the end is drawing near? I have siblings too who also mure themselves in fruitless delving. Now, I would rather have been a little fish with gills, submerging to write the great novel, or biting tidbits off the great animals that live by the water, gnu or moose or bison, Shakespeare or Alexander Pope, kneeling as they do by the lip of the all-swaying, all-speaking golden cauldron of language, lapping, many-tongued, the vat of all forms. But maybe I'm just a baboon howling at the moon. I see little and hear less these days. However, I have my kinks. Sometimes I think that my life may end before the lives of my siblings. It seems hardly possible, yet it is an event that approaches with every passing day. Though the end isn't near, it's already nearer. 3 brothers and a sister punctuate this horizon like a circle of trees, as incontrovertible as cloud and sky. If I live on, the landscape only will be made more clear, more empty, and more dreary. Who will be the first to go? Baboon, leathery skin and silvery fur, hand patting your pate, be not vexed. Do snakes wriggle their way through the beds of your mind? Do the gnats that weave furrows through the loam of your hair compound the mysteries? And the dear tufted-eared rabbit hears this, nibbling at grass, brooks no conclusion. Live then, little globefish, while you may. Be haunted by silverine baboon, mused up in amaranthine moonbeams, and neither vexatiously scrape at the puzzle, nor play that game that children play, of noughts and crosses. Who among your compact will drop first? Who next? Resolving an ethereal equation to get to some solution. The future opens for all to see, but none of us do see it. We don't live in that dimension. Who is going to die? Who is to live? Is a fool's errand to run. My father has been dead already 42 years. And it has only made for sediment in the clay.
Yeah.